Right, Hunter's Edge. We'll loot this. Probably kill the rest of the people here. Need to rescue the people who are being tortured. What else do we need to do? Those
I'm drenched.
wizard, they were hidden townspeople. That's not sure how we should start with this. I talk with you.
Hello again. Do you bring good news?
Where did all the barbarians go? We should start maybe with the people who are being tortured. I never visited that place, I have no idea what's going on there.
Warm as dragon's breath.
Is this supposed to be the armor? Not much there. Decent helmet. Unlock skill bars here. Leadership. 47 armor. It's probably decent for one of the... I don't know if it's even decent. Whatever. There's something else. It was some sort of a dagger. Sub-Zero Mercy Giver of the Immortal. Chill. Yeah, the status effect is people don't care. Unreadable book. Dark Sword, Dragon Scale Armor. One-handed, decent one. No one's gonna use it though. Immunity to bleeding, this is a piece of shit. It's not that strong of an armor, but it has movement negatives and all that. I mean, if you're gonna go with that, you might as well go with some kind of heavy armor. Right. Warehouse cellar. Blood. Prisoners. So they just kill all the prisoners. I make a mistake by not coming here earlier. Although these do look like places that where no one has been in a long time. And it looks like there's an alternative way to get in. Not sure how on it. They open only on the other side. Holy handbrake. Lightning Storm. Blank book. Looks like a group of guards were fully located here earlier. Blank Earth. To use a scroll to get that open. I don't even recall if I have more scrolls anymore. We're weirdly colored. Yep, still have one. Might as well use this. Muted. Hit points and dexterity too. Potentially useful armor. Looks like it's a one user armor though, so probably no one's gonna bother with it. What I don't get is why I got experience from just coming here. This seems like a little bit of pathetic loot, basically. Nothing important. Maybe if you move these things around, you can find something. Either way, big problem with the fact that there are no prisoners alive here anymore. Same time, this is highly suspicious, to say the least. Right, I still don't see a direct way to do anything here, so I think we basically lost whatever opportunities we had here. Is there any kind of quest marker? Not really. Torture rack. Right. And he's dead. Guide to Elegant Torture. I'm sort of surprised how inconsistent the game is from time to time, especially with the thievery skills. Based from the early game, I would have thought they are incredibly important skills and you definitely should have them. Now, I don't recall when was the last time I actually had even a decent opportunity to use any of it.
Soaked to the skin.
Right. There's a quest marker going to prison, but there's simply nothing I can do there.
What?
Forlorn Tunnel.
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
Let's try the bone totem thing. I don't actually recall what to do with it anymore. Just gonna throw it at the center there, hope something happens. We found a summoning circle in Cordelia's basement and placed a totem inside. It seems infused with new life. Great. Yeah, there was definitely a guide to what the Cordelia was doing with this. I really wish some of these books were a little bit more descriptive in what they contain. Cordelia's diary, thank you very much. Right. A totem of bone serves as the anchor. The spell serves as the guide. A simple pentagram unites totem and spell to ensnare or release the selected souls. The souls of the deceased are trapped within the totem, and the fate of their corpses is guided by the spell. So long as the totem remains intact, their souls are caged and bound within this realm. So I captured a soul there for some reason. I suppose my initial aim was to try to just destroy the whole thing. How do you really target that? Did I miss my opportunity or what? Can I Just take it.
I am returned to my true home. Yes, the magic of the mark flows through me, and know their souls, how they wail.
You can speak, but how?
I benefit from a magic more powerful than you could begin to comprehend. It nourishes me, and the souls I harbor feed it in kind.
Tell me about the souls you harbor.
Tara and her husband Horton, their souls call out to one another, but they are blinded by the curse upon them. Their confusion is an elixir I sip from at my leisure. Their bones wander the earth as tradesmen, content enough. Their fate is not one to be mourned. They serve a purpose. Their corpses perform a function, do they not? And their souls give me delicious, agonizingly delicious life.
Tell me about the priestess who crafted you.
Cordelia, mother of lives and deaths. She found the ancient spell that would give me life, the spell that would consign those souls to me. And her work grows and thrives. Brothers and sisters alike to me in function, but double, triple, 100 times in capacity of being born across Riverrun. A new order is forming. No longer will souls waste their power in the Hall of Echoes. Let them better serve as food for a new species.
Yeah, I've made a choice about the souls trapped within you.
Such a decision is not yours to make. Their souls are mine, gifted to me by the priestess. You cannot take them from me. You cannot have them.
If we free them, their torment will end. They'll be reunited after being so terribly abused.
Let this evil weave its magic no more.
I suppose they could have been useful as shopkeepers, but I don't care. Again, the loot doesn't matter enough.
Take them if you wish. There will be more. There will always be more. My kind will grow in ranks, and yours will serve only to sate us.
Horton! Is that you?
Charlotte, darling, I'm here! Gods, after searching for so long!
I didn't think I'd ever find you. All was darkness. All was chaos.
Never again. May we never part again, my love.
Yay! Okay, at least that's one thing we managed to do successfully. What now, though? The townspeople who are hiding and the wizard. That's pretty much the only thing I can do. Involves likely killing the mountain people. I don't see a way around that. It doesn't really bother me. They're almost as evil as the orcs. Which reminds me,
had a long bath in a cold lake.
there was a guy who was serving drinks in here, so was he alive or what? That's a lot of trash. They killed the guy. Rex doesn't like us. Risk. Totally different thing. Oiled and poisoned. Doesn't look like there's anything worthwhile here. I could probably get a good amount of cash by picking up all the crap that's laying around here. Guide to Elegant Torture. And there's always some crap we can buy, so I see a reason why I shouldn't pick all this up. Not a huge fan of the looting system. There's too many pop-up things popping up every time you try to do something. Blades are likely gold too. Hard to say though. I feel like there should be a longer delay before popping up the info screen on these items. Now the quickly popping info screens make it hard to quickly loot a lot of things. It's not like it's a horrible system either though, because even though the info screens pops up, it still stays on the target you selected, so it's not bad, it's just the constant switching of the little pop-up screens is distracting. Right. Is this really worthwhile? I'm mainly thinking that the loot we're picking up as in actual items is probably worth more than I'll ever spend in this game anymore. At least in anything too important, so I suppose I can always waste the money on buying extra elemental essences, something like that, which I'll never use. Likely any kind of a super boss has some type of a specialty attack you can't really defend against all that well, so the resistances aren't gonna matter anyway. And physical attacks are fairly hard to block. Send a bit. Guess we're fairly rich now. Still didn't really help us make any progress. What was in the lower levels? I don't recall. Don't think it was anything all important. Where is this? It's definitely a treasury of some kind. But where's the entrance? It's a little bit to the northwest. Or northwest from here, so it should be in this room. No doubt about that. I mean, it's still in the same building after all. You'd think it's something fairly simple. There's no way I can afford to move these. Let's take another look. Might be actually a fairly accurate representation of the place. So it would be in this corner of that room, which would be somewhere here. Plus it could be behind the building too, but there's no reason to assume that. You would think the queen would have control to the access point. There we go. Tenebrium resistance. That might end up being important later on. And can't access the gold. I've probably complained about that at every opportunity, but it's still frustrating. Bow, it's basically worthless. Bow, basically worthless. I don't even care what it does, I'm not gonna be using it if I can help it. Razors, those aren't that common. Crafting, dexterity, hit points versus bow, crafting, and initiative. Huh, that's actually quite nice. We want the crafting more or less, and that's about it. The extra hit points, extra armor class is welcome, but not that important. Into the deep. Mines of Kraxkar. The author says he traveled to famous mines and claims to have met many dangerous creatures of the deep. Strangely enough, he doesn't seem to mention a single creature that you have ever heard of. The editor's note at the end describes the book as a dwarven social satire. Is that it? That's pretty weak, but suppose I didn't actually have to sweat too hard to get access to this place, so hard to complain about it. I did get a two-handed weapon that looked interesting. High quality, rather. Wonderful Tenebrium two-handed axe. Decent damage, decent Tenebrium damage, and naturally you can still upgrade this further. Also has a level that would make it useful right now. Well, whatever. Okay, where do we go from here? We still need to find the missing townspeople. We probably have to kill a lot of mountain men.
Ah, I'm tripping.
Push on. The mountain men seem okay. Okay, that was fun. Let's wait. We'll probably buff each other, heal, that sort of thing. But I don't think they can have the ability to really attack on this turn. So we might get another chance to blast them a little bit, block them with oils, things like that. And most of them are below half health, so they will, even with heals, there's a good chance we might be able to kill some of them. Right, they still have to run in the fire quite a bit. And they don't have the action points to attack. Except when they do.
Was that the last of them? Too bad. I was just starting to find my rhythm.
Yeah, it
Don't
wasn't the
despair.
last of them.
This battle may be over, but the war rages on.
The death's pain. There's only one thing to do next, comrade. We've got to go after the scum who started all this.
Yeah,
I hope you're ready for us, Leandra. When I find you, well, better for both of us.
maybe I shouldn't have attacked them.
To forgive.
Because it's clear by the dialogue that the orcs are the goal. However, I don't see why I should limit myself to just them. And they're allies of our enemy too. But I'm gonna need a decoy, there's too many of them. Also in fantastic conditions, I can't do all that much against them. Because I might be able to midnight all the sons of bitches. Make their explode. Alternatively, try to block the rest from coming at us. They're mostly ranged people though, that are still here. Let's see how this works. Burn. Right. Where am I? Yeah, sure, I would have needed to actually kill some. We can't knock them down. I've tried that before, it doesn't work. That's two of them out too. I wonder if this jumps only to enemies. I don't recall anymore. Lot of stun people.
I need another chance!
Fuck! Okay, at least I'll keep the archers away. But I don't think that's enough. Medora should have hit. Because she didn't, we're in trouble. If we get lucky, they might get stunned too. This is a fairly dangerous area thanks to the blood.
I am powerless to act.
Sure, what's the best thing we can do here? There's really only one guy who's an immediate danger to us. The problem is everyone's stunned here. Medora is not, she's weakened.
Let's get you patched up. I need to speed things up.
Right. one needs to die.
Up close and personal.
Lucky there. It's gonna be blinded for 2 extra turns, don't have to worry about him. He's stunned, he's nothing, he's nothing. So I might be able to get rid of another mountain warrior.
Pathetic!
Ah, right. Maybe we can heal some sass. This mountain warrior has to be gotten rid of. And there aren't actually a good places to drop him. I need something else. No electricity, we're just gonna shuck our own ass again. Right, we've got this.
Death is its own deliverance!
What to do, what to do. As long as it's not electricity, we'll be fine. It might be a good idea to just clean the house a little bit. Please take away the blood. Thank you very much. What is this? Farce here. Plus 50 chance to hit with ranged weapons for 4 turns. Removes blinded.
Deliver your ruin!
Yeah, he's basically done for. Good chance of resistances though. Not that it'll make a difference, but still. Right. Anything good? Third key.
Treasure!
Seems like low level stuff, nothing particularly interesting. Some resistances though. And some boots. Don't think there's anything too interesting surviving here anymore. Maybe minor enemy groups, things like that, but no serious opponents, no serious lead or anything. So we need to find a way to deal with the townspeople. I recall the place, but I don't recall where it was. It was like something blocked by a rock. Not sure if we had an access to it even. Also, I'm not sure if there is all that much I can do anymore. Suppose I could talk. No. I need to talk to the cat after I've rescued the people who know how to get access to the wizard's tower. So, the people are our first priorities. Beehives. Dusty parchment again. The interloper has found the last of my secret sisters, the fourth of four, the final digit. I grow anxious awaiting the demon's arrival. Devil's magic may have helped the archfiend find my sisters, but perhaps the gods may yet help me secure my treasure. This riddle, the fourth of four, is my last defense against the coming of oblivion. By the unicorn's horn, by the cyclops' eye, I stand the last sentinel guardian, nothingness. Which digit am I? 1. I think I only have 3 of these though, so I must have missed a chest somewhere. I would imagine that the telescope is the key to be getting rid of some of the defenses. If we properly place it. It would be maybe a bit too simple though. Good visibility in the morning sun.
It seems that tribesman walked right into one of the wizard's traps.
Let's prove wiser than him, shall we?
Let's not.
I feel better already.
I don't think there's much for us to
Oh,
get from this place. Not now.
into the fray once more.
On the mend!
Right. I feel like I have all the necessary information now that I should be able to solve this. I just don't recall what the pieces of information are.
What a deluge!
There's no one alive at the prison for me to interrogate or talk to. So, yeah.
Baking like a cake.
Okay, now I recall. There was something about a structure here,
it never
yeah, the
rains when it
ransacked
falls,
house,
eh?
and I didn't want to do anything with it at the time. And this is the massive boulder thing. I'll probably destroy it, but maybe there's a better way to do things. Take a look at the house first. There was a potential something hidden here. Although it certainly looks like they've done a fairly good job at exploring this. Besides, I feel that boulder is the more likely thing for us to try. I suppose with enough perception we might be able to spot something interesting. I don't recall if we had some kind of a idea of what could be here. Probably not. I think if people looking for something hidden would come in here and break all furniture and the like, they would have found something. There was something there to
God,
find.
I'm drenched!
I'm drenched.
The boulder is much more likely to yield results. Unreal boulder.
This boulder looks strange. Unreal, even.
It's probably an illusion then. Not actual boulder.
Fastened tighter than the treasury.
I can't get any information out of it,
Maybe the lock can be jimmied.
but for fuck's sakes, why can't I just... At least we made progress.
Who are you? Stay away from my family. They know nothing of the wizard. Take me. A source hunter? Lodian, the gods have answered our prayers. I can think of no more welcome deliverer from this predicament than one of your esteemed order.
Right, no spoken dialogue this time, so I am a source hunter. The Immaculates who invaded your town believe I am one of them, but I am on a mission to dismantle their bloody operation.
Seven bless us, and you too.
Are you the wizard servants? The ones these invaders are so desperate to find?
Aye, we three laboured under Zandalor's employ. He was right decent to us, and it's thanks to him we managed to escape the brutes upstairs. Zandalor prepared this hidden place long ago. It's almost as though he knew, somehow, that this day would come. Or perhaps he knew only that the forces of evil would always pursue those of goodness and light. Many years ago he told us that if ever we found ourselves in danger, we should flee to this cellar. Shut fast its door, he said, and mark the jam with a chalk pentangle. This will call forth the magic I have assigned for your protection. It seems our friend was true to his word.
What can you tell me about the wizard?
Zandalor is a brilliant man, even among wizards. Why he chose to settle in this sleepy little town, I can't say. But then again, he never did remain for long. Always dashing off to attend to some matter or other, our wizard. We cared for his home while he was away and attended to him when he was in. We were quite fond of him, and I do believe he was rather fond of us too. It seems that when we triggered this cellar's defences, he knew straight away. Within a minute or so, a strange orb of light appeared before us. It grew sharper and sharper about the edges. I held out my hands to grasp it, and it fell, heavy as a pearl, in my hands. From the orb came Zandalor's voice, clear and strong as though he were standing just before me. His voice was hurried, strained in a way I'd never heard before.
What did the voice say?
Something unthinkable. That he was travelling through the Phantom Forest, that heart of horrors, and into the ancient source temple that rests within its cursed depths. He told us to wait for the White Witch, asked us to deliver a message, something important by the sound of it. We wrote it down, word for word, and will pass it along whenever it is she comes.
What can you tell me about this source temple?
I know little more than its name implies, but if a temple of source does indeed rest within that blighted forest, a greater evil I cannot imagine.
Okay. Tell me about the Phantom Forest.
Many is the year since ghoul or beast has ventured out of the defiled sanctuary of those woods, yet still we of the village dare not enter. Legend says that to set a single foot into the Phantom Forest is to invite death's grasp. It's a legend none wish to test. As you may know, this town was founded as the last bulwark against the source monstrosities that reside within that terrible place. After the fall of Brachus Rex, the defeated darkness retreated to those woods, and haunted they have remained ever since.
I know the White Witch personally. You can entrust your message to me.
Believe me, Source Hunter, the last thing I'd want to do is disparage you, but this message is simply too important to hand over to a recent acquaintance. Perhaps if you had some proof of your association, we might feel better handing it over.
Fair enough.
Not much to see here, I'm afraid, but you're welcome to take a look around.
The cat's eyes are clouded as if by blindness. Its gaze meets yours, but it doesn't seem to register your presence. That's suspicious. Guess we'll have to go visit the White Witch for some sort of proof. What is this? Portal. Where? I don't want to know. Not right now. I need the evidence.
What's the word, Source Hunter?
Pursuit of Zandalor.
A family
family of Zandalor's servants. Why, yes. Yes, he spoke often of a faithful trio in his employ. He said he'd trust them with his life if it came down to it. Take this ring. It will mark you as my ally.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Our heroes have chosen fine vessels for their return. Mere humans, I'd have said but a little while ago, and yet they've managed to bring us together across space and time.
Yeah, I think I was planning on
Space,
using the
time,
bloodstones I
and a
have.
frigid prison wasteland.
We're
Now
getting
that
so
you mention
close to
what did
what I
you do to
assume is the
Leandra
end,
to
because we're
earn
getting
her
closer to
icy
the level
ire?
20. Might not come
Leandra and I
immediately,
have
but
had
I don't
our
think there's a
differences,
huge
but
amount
she herself
left
would never have
plot-wise.
sent me to that frozen
So
hell.
I'm sort of
Something
reluctant
or
trying to hold
someone
on to
has taken hold.
bloodstones at this point.
I'm sure
I mean, I might miss some opportunity, sure, but that's not a big deal. That's something an additional playthrough can fix. Archean. So this pearl should get us inside the building. Where does the portal go then?
Our friend, how can we help you?
I know the White Witch.
That ring! Hekara's blessing! Zandalor has the same. I'd recognize it anywhere. So the White Witch sent you, did she? I should have known she'd not sit idly by while the world turned topsy-turvy. Zandalor's message is as such. He's gone to the Source Temple in the Phantom Forest, and he wants her, or I suppose you, her messengers, to follow him there. In order to enter the forest, you'll need an amulet. He stored it in a small chest near his personal waypoint.
Bedside table.
Once you're inside the forest, you'll need to find the forest spirit. This spirit will give you the rune you need to enter the Source Temple. But first things first, if you want to get inside Zandalor's house, you'll need to use the portal in this very room. I've the crystal you need in order to activate it. Still, entering the house will be the least of your worries. Zandalor himself has called forth every manner of protection to discourage would-be intruders, and you will have to defeat them all in order to reach the bedroom. Now, the last thing he said doesn't make much sense to an outsider. Perhaps you or the witch will manage to make better sense of it. He said, and I quote, "She is coming. I only hope I can reach the temple first. If she finds the portal..." He didn't finish after that. Before you go, perhaps we might impose on you, well, a favor, you see. Source Hunter, we need a way out of this place. It's only a matter of time before the savages upstairs find us, and trying to leave through the village is as good as suicide. But Zandalor has his own means of travel, a waypoint shrine in his own chambers reserved for his personal use. If we could only get there, we'd be able to flee this place lickety-split. The only trouble is what I've already mentioned. The wizard's house is rigged from top to bottom. If you'll be disabling its defenses, we'll slip through without problem. Good luck, Source Hunter, and unimaginable thanks from me and mine.
Fair enough. What happened?
Where am I? Is this real?
Are you alright?
I feel as though I've been living in a dream. I was bathing myself, as I've done a million times over, when suddenly a curious sensation came over me, as if my mind were no longer mine. I saw, but I did not see. I was as one possessed.
So someone was monitoring the family then? They have every piece of information I have. It's not like I can do anything about it though, so I need to go talk to the other cat.
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
I'm not sure what benefit from monitoring this conversation if anyone have.
Hello again. Do you bring good... They've survived this carnage, savage, but you're not like the brutes, and they must be squashed, every last one of them. I've done my best so far, but there are simply too many for one set of claws to handle. With your help, though, with your help, it could be done. The rat's gone, my friends. Safe.
Yeah, I come bearing happy tidings. The rat catcher is dead.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. There may be hope for my friends yet. If you would, you could find them and help them escape now that those pointy-faced beasts won't be on the alert. Their hiding place is enchanted, you see. Crafted by the wizard himself to hide those he held dear. They've concealed themselves in a cellar outside their home, the hatch of which you'll find beneath a great black boulder. Once you've destroyed the boulder, search in the beehives behind the wizard's house for the key.
Okay, fair enough. That would have been useful, but at the same time, it's nice that you don't actually have to do that. So even minor skill in lockpicking allows you to bypass that. So it's a very welcome thing. Okay, it's some kind of trap-filled hellhole, and we need to clear it up, not just pass through it. This is bad.
Far better attack position over here.
So what are these then? Psi powers. Is there a switch somewhere maybe? Divine One's Return. Psi powers. Reality or superstition? Is it really true that in the past our priests had access to powerful psi powers? Some historians found ancient texts that indicate this. If this is true, then we must have lost these powers a long time ago. But it seems far more likely that these tales are highly exaggerated. Maybe. It's under our scroll.
A scroll of revelation? There must be something of some value hidden here.
How about the ends of traps? The secret entrance to your cellar is in place, you sneaky devil. Now, what would you be hiding down there? In any case, that's for you to know. Bring this parchment to the little spot between the dining table and the mirror, and read the incantation. Easy as cherry chicken pie. Mirror and dining table.
Doesn't seem to work here.
Where's the mirror? It's not the mirror, that's the dining table. Or is that... No, that's definitely the dining table. Is that supposed to be the mirror? Or is there an actual mirror here? Is there any kind of a mirror anywhere? It seems like it's probably referring to this then. There's really no way to shut this horrible thing down. Possibly not. The fireballs are very slow, so it might be intended that you just keep dodging them. Seems to be a lot of gas vents too. Sort of thinking, should I preempt them in some way? Basically try to block as many of them as possible before any triggering happens. Be able to move some of the baskets and other things. I'll just let it go. Yeah, I know you're carrying too much, don't care. Well, that's not good. In the event of Divine One's return. According to prophecy, the Divine One will lead our people into a better world, but one, yeah, we have read this before. Still could be used a lot of worlds. look like there's anything particularly interesting for us to find here. We have to disable them somehow though, otherwise there's no way the family will survive. Dark bearded axe. Hopefully this place offers a way for us to disable the traps. It's destructible and lock-pickable. I might actually have the skills to do it. I don't think so. I can get probably +3 from here. +1 from belt. +1 from gloves. Then +1s from wounds, very likely. Okay. Maybe it's not all that hopeless. Very likely there's a key somewhere. I don't particularly care if there is. Meteor strike, meteor strike. Magic unlock, invulnerability, fail attack. Powerful scrolls. I think this is just extra loot. It's worthwhile loot, but still. Resistance potions. Healing potions. Bone.
I guess someone else got here first.
No, the bone is useful to us. That's a lot of mass attack power that we can use through scrolls. But that's also everything this place had. Really want to belittle it, it's very useful. Ah, crap.
This place is unbearable! sorrows with age.
Sweet relief. Back on my feet again.
Into the fray once more.
Okay, that's pretty bad. At the same time, not that bad.
As good as a new penny.
Like,
I feel better already.
I wonder if every level has a separate way to disable the local defenses, or do I need to find some kind of central place to disable all of them at the same time?
As good as a new penny.
Yeah, now everything is activated.
On the mend. On the mend.
Sweet relief.
And I don't know how to get rid of those. And I'm stuck. We're looking for a switch of any type. There's House Defenses Master Switch, right? What is this? Try to just disarm these. Yeah. I don't see what ignited them. Was there another trap right next to me or something? Yeah, I don't honestly see what exactly is here that ignited all this. We probably can't disarm them all. I'm more or less trying to create enough space for us, so if something happens, we'll be outside of the range of some of them. We probably want to get in the room with the first switch. So, inactive portal, active portal, waypoint. Can only get to the one with the inactive. Still, what the hell ignited this initially? How many disarm trap tools do I have? 14 at least. And I usually don't bother using these. I don't know. Let's pull back a little bit.
What trickery is this? It vanished. And yet...
Are my eyes fooling me?
Could you people come...
Please assist me, friend!
Okay, so, right. It's the same thing as with the... Where the hell was it? The Ice King's prison, something like that. Uh, these are fake mines, most of them. So, would a fireball reveal them again? No? I don't think... Yeah, but it reveals the invisible mines. That's what it does now. So there's trigger point there and there. These are also actual mines. I think they turn invisible if you get close enough.
It's a mirage.
In the rain, nobody can see you cry.
Yeah. Is it though? Some of them are cloaking mines.
What's this? It looks strange.
Phantom Protection Amulet. This amulet can protect its wearers from the shades that haunt the Phantom Forest, granting the wearer safe passage within its haunted borders. So basically one of us has to wear it, I guess. Dexterity, Perception, Tenebrium Resistance, probably good for her. I mean, Dexterity and Intelligence currently. Right, what we need to do is get everyone past the two cloaking mines here. Otherwise, we could... Ah, fuck. Forgot that we move in a group.
What a deluge.
Well, not that it matters anymore.
Sweet relief!
Need a key. We actually can keep this locked. What are you? Some kind of wandering butler? You can tell your boss I'll have no dealings with a go-between. Okay. It's a talking chest.
Treasure, treasure on the ground. Who's the grandest dame in town?
What? Nadia?
I suppose if you're titillated by the brutalization of our beloved language, Nardi is the proper choice for you. Unfortunately, you've chosen wrong for any soul with half an ounce of sense.
I don't recall any such names.
Treasure on the
Victoria.
ground. What a horn-loving dog you are! I won't hear such nonsense. No, indeed, an orc isn't really a dame in any case, is it?
Okay.
Treasure on that carnivorous farmhand.
So we need a new name.
Treasure on the ground. I suppose if you're titillated.
So she doesn't accept any of the choices. Without that, the portal won't. No, that won't open. Probably has the key to get the portal going. Okay, we need more information. What is going on here? Secrets of the Source Temple. Entrance to the Source Temple is guarded by a massive stone door so stout it would take an army a year to force entry into the temple. However, carriers of the magic rune will find the stone slides open as easily as a spring breeze. The only known remaining rune stone, apart from that belonging to the Keeper, belongs to the spirit of the Phantom Forest. Trial of Ascension not being the only way into the First Garden. Tales are told of a secret teleportation mirror that would bypass the entire trial. Knowledge and usage of this mirror is strictly restricted to the High Sorcerer of the temple. So I guess that the information has to be gained by our character through some means, so I can't just keep guessing it or something like that. Magical tragedies.
It's a mirage.
Obstinate demons. Are there any other kind? What's a mirage? Shrug. We can't disable the. But we need to in order to Druid's personal waypoint shrine. So we need to get to the forest spirits before we can disable the defenses. Yeah, this is getting complicated. At that point we'll probably know the name of the woman that the chest is interested in. Maslu. Possibly new bracers for some, and definitely not a new sword. Malignant Ornate Sword of the Geomancer. Nice, but no one has really the abilities to use this. Dexterity, Telekinesis, hit points. This is actually good for pretty much anyone. You can take it. Seriously, there's really no better choice for this. Yeah, I think these are actually better for her. The damage reflection is basically worthless. Dexterity, Telekinesis, hit points. Dexterity is directly beneficial to her. Telekinesis is good for everyone, and hit points is nice. Almost 100 hit points in exchange for a single point of armor class. Right. How exactly are we gonna escape from this place? We probably need. Yeah, I don't want to guess this. I'm sure once you have the one missing thing, this will basically all fall down and get access to everything you need to.
Treasure, treasure on the ground. Who? I suppose if you're titillated by.
Which town does this refer
Treasure,
to?
treasure on the ground. Who's the grandest dame in town?
Grandest Dame.
That carnivore.
I think this is probably the thing that we could solve. So it refers to size seal then. Grandest Dame in town. But why can't I try the other females that I've encountered in the town?
How can I help you, my friend? And what might those be? Ah, yes, that was a small...
What's the word, Source Hunter? Continue your search. You are so close.
I don't think going back to Size Seal would help anything. I mean, after all, I've talked to everyone there already. So there has to be another way to get the break up.
Straight to the point.